I started the brand in 2010. At that time, I had an idea and a vision, but I couldn't find the technology or the technology leaders to engage with and to make this a reality. At the time, I had an employee which I agreed to put on a PhD course with ARU. And it's at that point in time that we met our lead academic, Professor Mohammed Najla at ARU. And from there, he started to explain to us perhaps there's more than just sponsoring a PhD that exists.
Many businesses find innovation really quite difficult, especially if it's outside their experience set. If you're a successful business, you're tied up with operational matters. So really what KTP does is give people that expertise. It gives them a resource, the knowledge transfer KTP associate, and it also helps de-risk it by partially funding the whole project.
As soon as you start interaction with business, you will start to be aware about the problems and the challenges they have, and more importantly, to see what type of knowledge they needed from us and from our research to feed into their application. And that's a great benefit to an academic and to researcher to communicate directly with a product manufacturer and work with them to design a product to go to market and to the community.
To find the expertise that we need in our sector would be very, very difficult and nigh on impossible were it not for academic institutions. Our business has benefited immeasurably from the KTP and subsequent partnerships. It's enabled us to build our facility, it's enabled us to apply knowledge into formulations which we otherwise wouldn't have had access to. So it's revolutionized our entire business model and strategy for going forward.
After my PhD, I started working as a part-time with my supervisor, and when I came across this job, it was fascinating because it was providing me opportunity to work both with academia as a postdoc and with industry. I was lucky to get this opportunity to get into the system to learn how the technology transfer and scale-up is done. I think it was a very good opportunity for me.
Specifically in terms of a KTP, I think quite often a KTP can be that first introduction to academia. They come to us with maybe an inhibitor to the growth of their organisation, a challenge that they need a solution to. And I think academia offers them a different perspective. It brings something in new that hasn't come. And also is a view that a KTP can bring in a multidisciplinary approach, and probably quite significantly for them, it can access some funding as well. If any business is interested in contacting us from a point of view of seeing how it can support them, both in terms of their bottom line, which is obviously a key issue, access to academics, targeting a future workforce, but also just a collaborative discussion with someone who will offer a different perspective.